Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Cards with your favorite psychic medium, Heather Danielle. I'm actually going to have to say that again. I'm going to have to say it for the peeps on Instagram. So, welcome to Coffee and Cards. I'm about to start doing some free spirit psychic readings with some of my oracle cards because I love my oracle cards. So, if you want a reading, then just go ahead and comment. And if you're on Facebook, just keep commenting every I don't know 10 minutes or whatever. And then spirit draws me to the names of the people that I'm supposed to do readings for. So, we actually have Shelly. Shelly, she's never able to come on. So if you're never able to come on, just let me know if you watch the replay because Shelly's always watches the replay and I told her that I would pull her a card because she's never able to be on and I felt guided to. So for her, it's the Elephant card and it says open up to true abundance, Archangels Mary and Raphael. And it's so funny because Archangel Mary, which I think they're talking about Mary Magdalene, who is always about family. It's always about children or parents and things like that. So anytime that she's around, it's really talking about family dynamics. And then if you're talking about Raphael, he's always talking about healing. So with them together, a lot of times it talks about healing of family. So whether it's not your child or it's going to be you are the child and you're talking about the parents, but there's that healing and that closeness of coming together. Oh, and by the way, I totally forgot to tell you guys, but there was a Tom. Someone was saying the word Tom, the name Tom. So let me know if you have a Tom in spirit or if there's someone that was close to someone here that goes by the name Tom. So there's that about the elephants. And just for a really quick reading for you, Shelly, I just have to say that there is a lot of love coming to you. And I feel if one of your parents isn't passed, there's definitely a female over here that really feels she's very motherly. So if this is not your mom, this is going to be your mom, a grandmother that was a mother to you. And I feel she's reaching out because I really feel she's talking about it's a time right now for you to pay attention to those signs and really go all out in your life, and stop not living the same day over and over again. I feel they really want you to do other fun things and also paying attention to the signs you're getting. And they're also talking a lot about emotions coming up around that too. So making sure that you're letting your emotions out. Remember, and emotions are energy in motion. So we gotta keep that going. And I feel that's I just let that absorb and just see what you want to do. This is a time for you to live for yourself. And so what would you want to do? And you can make those things and start doing it. I'm reading this book. Well, actually I already finished it, you guys, but it's called Anti-Time Management. And it's really amazing because you take your dream and you start living your dream right now. And then you pedal backwards. So it's really kind of cool. I don't know. It definitely resonated with me. So, oh, good morning, Liz. Oh my God, Marissa. Yes. Marissa, I'm with you. I got you. Okay. And there's a lot more, a lot of the peeps are on Facebook, but I'm starting to use Instagram, so that's the reason why I'm okay, I gotta do it. Oh my gosh, elephant never forgets. Yes, my friend's son is Tom. Where is Tom? Is Tom still here in the living? Is your friend still here in the living, Tara? So let me know about that. Of course. Okay. Okay, you have Uncle Tom. He's still here. Because it was so vague and it was just Tom when I heard, if you have an association with Tom, then what I would do is just keep your eye on the situation, okay? Maybe you're going to get information from Tom, maybe he'll reach out or whatever and this is a sign. Or you can even ask, hey, if this is about my Tom, can you give me another sign? I can't, what is it called? I'm gonna say make things up as I go along. That's literally all that it was. They did not give me any other information. It was really crazy. So, okay, so I got to do that. Oh yeah, okay. So look at this. See, I'm gonna use the Moon Magic deck here in a minute. And this is going to be one of the decks that you can win in the Coffee and Cards Club. So I have to tell you that. So that's going to be another challenge. So if you're in the club, look out for that. But I promise, Marissa. So yes, I hope I'm saying your name right, Marissa. Okay. Let me see. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I'm using the Archangel animal deck right now by Diana Cooper, because I just really feel like animals are really, really strong with a lot of us today. So if you have pets and things like that, like this is definitely a week to, to get closer to them, to maybe even speak to them telepathically, to making sure you're staying up on the doctor's appointments, all those kinds of things. But then for many of us who don't have pets and things like that, Spirit's going to be talking with us through animals. So anytime that you see an animal, like I'm not for like looking up like the angel numbers, but I am all about looking up symbolism of the animals that you see. Like there was a deer on our island. I'm like, oh my God, how in the world did the deer even get to an island? And better yet, how's freaking deer going to get off? And so I had to look up the symbolism for deer. Now I forgot about it. But sometimes there's like that red-tailed hawk came back, you guys, and he was in my tree. I was like, oh my God. So anyways, okay. Oh, okay. So first, Marissa, I just have to tell you, as soon as I connect to the energy, there's like a lot of energy surrounding you. But I just also feel too that this is like a time where you feel like you're like really on pressure to like make choices, make decisions, and do things now. But it's almost like you don't have to. It also feels like there's a lot of energy going inside of your mind. So there's like a lot of thinking and those kinds of things. But it's almost like I just get this like feeling of like chill. It's okay, Like I keep on feeling like your guides being like, hey, she's always like this, like that kind of thing. And I'm just going to look up, oh my gosh, care for others and let them be free. I love this. Michael and Christelle, I never heard of that freaking archangel. And Hyena, dare to be different. And it's Archangel Jophiel. Just have to say that my spirit guide's name is Joel, which reminds me of Jophiel. So I just have to tell you that. So they're talking about that, and they're saying that, sorry, there is a lot of things that you need to let go of. So that's the thing, is like what's ever not serving you have to let go of. So whether it's like relationships, a job, and stuff like that, because I feel like you're almost in like a cocoon becoming a butterfly. And so they're saying, hey, almost like not to worry about it so much because it's going to work itself out, but also to keep in mind though, if things aren't working out, it is because it's not meant for you. It's not, if things keep on, it's hard, that means it's not the right way to go. It's like, when things are a way to go when everything falls into place. Okay, so they're talking a little bit ambiguous, a little bit, usually like in one-on-one readings, just so it's a little bit more like detailed and things like that, because I'm feeling everybody's energy and not just yours. But so that's the first thing that they would want to talk about. And I feel like you're coming up with a major shift. Like I usually don't do this, but could you actually give me your birthday? Because I want to do the numerology on it. Just the day and the month is good. Because I feel like they're talking about like shifts coming up for you, like especially in the next couple of months. And so what else did they say? So I wonder if your numerology is going to fit with that. And they're also talking about too that you really have to like let your freak flag shine, or whatever, however that goes. And yeah, there's something there about like the family too, and you are like different, and not to make other people happy. All right, let me know. Okay, what is April 4/4? Oh, that is so cool. You're a 4/4. Just have to say. 1 second. I don't. My phone is on that. So, and my mind's going slow today. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 15. Oh, okay. I think that you're in a 6 year. Let me just verify that with a freaking calculator, which that's going to be more about balance. I love your birthday though. That is so cool. Yep, you're in your 6 year, coming up on your 7 year, which is a spiritual year. So right now, oh no, actually, sorry, right now you're in a change year. You're in your 5 year before your birthday, and then after your birthday, you're going to be in a 6 year, which is about balance. So it completely makes sense that you are in this change right now. So just kind of know, like in the next couple months, there might be a lot of changes, or changes that you have to make, and some tough ones, but it's all about you being honest with who you are and what you truly want to do. And so then what's going to happen is then after that, it's going to be about balance, and balancing all like this newness and this awesomeness that I feel like it can be really coming up for you. So let me know if that answers your question. If you want more specific, just let me know, okay? Oh, how do you determine what year you're in? Okay, so, okay, 1 second. Sorry. Someone said a name that was like a blast from the past, so I needed to like think about that. Okay, so with numerology, if you want to find out what year you're in, like your personal year that you're in right now, you take your birthday month, your birthday day, and then the year that you're in. So for Marissa, I did 4 plus 4 plus 222, because that was 2022 was her last birthday. So that came up to 14. So then you do 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5 is a year about change. But then when she goes 4, 4 plus 2, 2, 3, because we're in 2023 now, that's going to be a 15, which goes into 6, which is all about balance. So yeah, everybody can do that. Hopefully, like, okay, so just do this, everybody. Grab a calculator, grab a pen and paper, write down your day of birth. So mine's the 30th. So if it's 2 digits like mine, it's going to be 3 plus 0. If yours is 19, it's going to be 1 plus 9. And then you're going to head and you're going to do your month, which mine is 9. If yours is December or November or October, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1. You're going to do it all single digits. And then you're going to put the year of your last birthday. So my last birthday was 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2. I don't even know what year I'm in. 1 second. Sorry, guys. We interrupt our readings to bring you numerology. I also have a numerology course if you're interested. So I am 3 plus 0 plus 9 because I'm 930. And then the year of my last birthday. Ooh, I'm in a 9 year. 9 years are all about endings, making way for new beginnings. Oh my God, can that not be right? 1 second. I just really want to make sure. Oh man, that was going to suck. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just really quick, you guys. 9 plus 3 plus 2, 2, 2. I don't even know how to use a calculator this morning. 9 plus 3 plus 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, I am in a 9 year. Oh, that sucks. But hey, that's good because endings can actually be like changing like the old way of thinking, changing like really bad habits, changing your physical like nature and how you take care of yourself. So there could be a lot of things, okay? So, oh, okay. And just really quick, Marissa was like, hey, that makes sense. I've been applying to new jobs this week. Yes. So if you're not getting those calls back, if you're really stressed about money, if you're stressed about it, just know that right now you are being guided to do like to maybe chill, take a break, to figure out what you truly want. And that's the reason why these jobs are not coming over. And just knowing that when the right job comes to you, like it's going to fall into place and you don't have to worry so much, okay? So going ahead and even applying for jobs, even freelancing and things like that is coming up as well. And thinking like, you know, people sell like downloads on Etsy and things like that. Thinking more outside of the box, more towards the things that you want to do. That's what I'm getting for you, especially like with that. And honestly, money problems are always going to be there for a while. Work on your money mindset and things like that, but I feel like everything's going to work out. And you think about your past, it's always worked out to this point, okay? You've always had food and things like that. You're going to be okay, and you've got to have to just like have that trust and going ahead and asking spirit, being like, hey, can you please help me out? You know, can you please help drive me to the correct job? And then establish that spiritual connection with your spirit guides or even any past loved ones that you really have a like a bond with. Like I might not feel close to my angels or to my spirit guide, but I know that my grandma like has my back no matter what. Like I love my grandma, and I know that my grandma, when she went on the other side, she was like, I got your back. And now my mom too. So, and that's the reason why I like endings sometimes, you guys. When I see endings, that's why I'm like, oh, please. My family everybody has been passing away since my mom passed. As soon as my mom passed, it was like this ripple effect. Everybody wanted to leave. It's like she just like opened the door and everybody else was just running out after her. I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, okay. Anyways. Yes, if you get a double digit year, like 13, you, yep, you go down to, so it'd be a 4 if you have 13, except for 22, 11, 22, and 33. Okay, so a 4 is all about foundation. Okay, and I got 16, that's right, so 11, 26. I'm sorry, one more thing, guys, just want to make sure. 11, 26. Yes, so that's 16, yep, so it's 7, spiritual year. Spiritual year. Okay. That's what scares me about endings, that I'll lose someone. Okay, seriously? Okay, you guys, I had the worst dream in my entire life. Like last night. Had the worst freaking dream. Not this morning, but last night. I was crying. Like I was like almost a mess when my husband woke up. And I was getting signs that what my dream was telling me was true and it was going to happen. And so the thing though is that you can look at things that you get from spirit and it might tell you that something bad is going to happen, and you have a choice. You have a choice to take that a good way or a bad way. Okay? So some people take it in a bad way, like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Why did they tell me this? It's so horrible, and maybe it is evil, and like, or You can take it as a positive way. That saying, okay, Spirit knows about this. Spirit has my back. Spirit is letting me know that I am connected and they are on top of the situation. And then you can be like, okay, Spirit, like obviously there's nothing I can do about it. Like usually there's nothing you could do about it. But usually it's them saying, hey, you don't have to worry about this that's coming up. I had so many signs from my Aunt Betty was going to pass away. I had signs that my Aunt Judy was going to pass away. I had signs my mom was going to pass away. And never once did I think like, oh, this is scary. Oh my God, I don't want to know. I felt like, thanks for giving me the heads up. I appreciate you confiding in me. I appreciate you letting me know so that I know that you're on top of this and that God has his hand in this and it is part of the divine plan. And then I have to keep on making sure that I am trusting in that higher power. And that I am here in school, I'm here in summer camp, and they're at home. I have to keep on reminding myself. Karen, 33 is freaking amazing because 33 is the 11 and the 22 together. They're master numbers, okay? 11, 22, and 33. And so I'm a 33 as well. That means you have a high life purpose, girlfriend. And you can go ahead and live that high purpose as a 33, or you could break it down and live as a 6. So, and a 4, it's about foundation, money, security. It's probably something that you're Oh my God, and Sarah, I did not even know that was you. But the 4 freaking makes so much sense for you because it's about security, about foundation. It's about that money, not just money mindset, but oh my gosh, that's so true. Okay, would 22 be added this year? So same thing, 22 is a master number. Way to go, man. We got a lot of master numbers in here. They're not that common, y'all. So 22, that you can go ahead and live as a 22, which is, should be like the healing master. And then you can live as a 4 if you want, or you can go ahead and live as a 22. So that's a really cool. 10, if I did this right, yes. And so that would be a 1. And 1, I'm not really familiar with, but what I think of numerology is going to be new beginnings, starting fresh, starting new, really on that journey to self-discovery. And Tara, yes, 22, that's a good one. That is, yes. My mom's really sick and I'm not ready for that. I always ask Spirit. I'd be like, dude, Spirit, like, what do you want me to know? What do you want me to know? Do I need to do anything? And then I literally ask Spirit. I'll be like, hey, I asked them. That is nice that my grandmother was with my mom when my mom was sick, but I was like, I need to know if mom is going to pass. I need to know that for my own well-being so that I can make sure that I am doing the actions that align with that. Okay, because I was delirious spending the nights at the hospital with my mom because I couldn't even sleep. Like I was sleep deprived for days, and I would come home, for one night, and I would just feel so much like guilt not being there with her. So I had to ask Spirit, and I talked with them, and then I knew which days that she was going to pass and which days she wasn't. Moni, I had no idea you were 22. This makes so much sense. And it doesn't really mean that you have to become like a reader or a healer and things like that, but it can mean that you have to become an expert and touch people's lives in what you're doing. 31, Tina's 4. So security, about that foundation, and then moving on up. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want, I have a whole entire book too that I can send you that has a breakdown. I can send you that numerology book if you don't have the numerology course. So just let me know. Just send me an email, heatherdaniellemedium@gmail.com. Okay. Oh my gosh, Randy, I feel the same way. That I'm so happy that you found me and we're on this path this year. Randy, are you the one with the raven? Is it Randy or Ro that has like okay, oh my God, this would be so cool if this is you. Like either has a raven or like a connection to raven. Oh my God, that would be so freaking cool. Okay, sorry, I heard 22. So, 1 second, I gotta wait and see if oh my gosh, she is the one. She's like, okay, do you have like okay, your spirit guide is a raven. Okay, so Randy knows that her freaking spirit guide is a freaking raven and the raven card comes up. Like, could this be any cooler? Okay, 1 second, LP, I'm helping you out. Oh, sorry, LP, that's going to be a different number in numerology. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, guys, with the one that I'm doing with the year, that is going to be your, if you're doing it with your birthday, that's where the master numbers come up. If you're not doing it with your birthday and you're doing it like 20, 22 and stuff like that, that's when you always decrease the single numbers. Oh my gosh, look at this. Randy, it says prepare for change. Now, here's the thing is when I tune into this card too, it's like you're resistant to the change, which I don't think you are. But for some reason, they're saying that you are. Like, I don't feel as like how I know you that you're resistant to change. I think you're really open to change. I think you're always freaking changing. I think that you're always about new adventures. But what they're actually coming up to me with this right here is saying that you're resistant to some of these changes. And so it's like a new you, a Randy 2.0 kind of thing. It's like your spiritual connection. It's like, oh, that's what it is that some of the bad habits that you've gotten into and some of the seeds that are in your mind, it's like they're trying to get you to do away with it. They're almost like you gotta like change some of these things that you're really stubborn with. And I don't know what it is, but I also feel like money is coming up too. And it's almost like adopt this way of thinking. Okay, adopt this way of thinking, because I know that money mindset can be really difficult, but it's like I think that anytime that I do anything, I get that money back. Anytime that I spend money, I will get that money back. It does not matter. Like, I know that spirit has my back 1000%. So if I go ahead and I am going to, do a trip or do something fun or whatever, then I know that spirit's going to give me that money back plus some. And so just kind of think about that being like, okay, if I go ahead and I buy myself whatever it is, I know that spirit's going to bring it back to me. And it might not be bring you in back just like money on the ground, but it could be actually little ways that money comes back to you. Whether it's you get it from like decrease in bills, or all of a sudden you do find money, you get card reimbursements. It's really cool. You find money. So there is that. And I'm just going to tell you the archangels. I don't know these ones. It's Azriel, Azriel. I might have heard of them. And Bohakpi, Bhokpi. That is for you. Yep. Okay. Is Tom still with you? No, Tom wasn't ever really with me. I didn't feel spirit. It was just I heard Tom, like the name Tom. It was like, and women on the left, men on the right for me. With mediumship, this guy was just like, I just heard the name Tom. That's what I said. Like, I was just like opening up my computer. I've been going slow. Yes. Oh, hey, Lorraine. Hi from Ireland. We're in Ireland. This is kind of funny, like when you get someone that's from like the UK, like Tracy's in London. It's like, I want to start talking in an accent and I can't. Oh, okay. I just did my online chart. I believe I'm life past 7. Lots of 9s in your chart. Ooh, what do you mean chart? Is this like an astrology chart or just human design? This is funny. Who is this, Lorraine? Because I was just already talking about deer. So we need to look up the deer symbolism, but it says trust in the support of the universe, and it's Archangel Michael and also Archangel Faith, which I don't even know who that frick that is. But anyways, Archangel Michael is with you, and here's the thing too, is that I feel like he's actually with you to help you feel good enough, okay? There's like a worthiness factor there that feels like it stems from like your past, like your childhood and things like that. For some reason, I'm also feeling really guided towards your mom on this, so I'm not sure the reason why, like that healing that needs to take place there. Maybe even little things and seeds that she's planted, I don't really know, but so they're talking about that, and they're really talking about that you need to ask for help from like your angels and stuff like that. And for some reason too, they're making me feel like you have a lot of past loved ones too. So it's like they are also trying to help you. And I don't know, it sounds kind of strange, but I feel like they're saying that you are the person that's supposed to be like breaking the cycles in this lifetime. Okay, breaking the cycles with your family of like how the way of thinking, their limiting way of thinking, just like, I'm not sure, but they're just always like stuck in their ways or something along those lines. And you're a little bit different. Also, just in case you don't know, because I say this a zillion times, but I know it's your first time here, but it's like you are like a light worker and you have a divine piece of light within you, and just knowing that God goes ahead and when he kind of sprinkles us around the earth when we are born. And so a lot of times we're born into more of the darker parts, because we need to light up those parts. It would be really freaking awesome. Could you imagine, everyone, if all of us that were on here right now were like part of our own family? Like Lorraine is my sister, and Evans and Moni are like my cousins. Like, that would be freaking amazing, wouldn't it? Having all the light workers in one area, and like we're all related. Like, we would have such great freaking parties. But the thing is that's not how it works, because that's not where we're needed, because if not, like, all part of the earth would be all light like with us, and then all the rest of it's going to be dark as heck. So we're put into little light spots. And that's like anybody on here. If you're listening to me right now, then you're the one that has one of those lights. So yes. Okay. Oh, and thank you so much. Randy was like, oh yeah, it's spot on. Yes. No message. Literally just a Tom. Yep. Australian here. I love it. I have a friend who's a Kiwi. Oh. Okay, maybe this is for you, LP. Did we already do one for you, LP? I don't remember. Horse. Care for others and let them be. Okay, for some reason, it's like too much of your energy is going to other people. And then what they're saying is that you bring some of that energy back to you and don't have to worry so much about whether people think or what they're going through. It's going ahead and it's also still like that time for you. I also feel guided to a child, you know, so I'm not sure if you have a child or wanting a child, but I feel like there is like a child that is going on. And I also feel like a grandparent in spirit with them or with you. And they're trying to like open up your third eye a little bit. I hate those freaking third eye like activations and stuff like that. If your third eye is blocked, it's probably blocked by fear. Okay, so you have to get over your fear. If you need help doing that, just message me because I have a the overcoming the fears replay that I could show you that might help decrease some of those fears. I also really feel guided towards the moon. Like moonology is really big. Oh my gosh, maybe they're trying to remind me I was supposed to do these. I was supposed to do this deck. I totally forgot that I was supposed to do this deck. So that's really big too. So I think that also might help you feel a little bit more closer to yourself and then also to your life purpose, because there's something there that's like a subconscious thing, like in the back of your mind too, where you're like, oh my gosh, like what is my life purpose? Like what am I supposed to be doing? There's something there like that. So like the astrology part of it, or like that moon part of it really might help you come closer to that. Okay, I talk to it when she looks pretty. Oh, I love the moon. Okay, yeah. I care about everybody but myself. Bam. Yes. And it's like we got to switch that up. We got to switch it up, you know? And it's going to be hard. It's really going to be hard. Like how many Okay, seriously, like put a comment in with like a hand or something like that if you are or were like completely selfless, like you lived like for other people, you just want to make them happy because of whatever reason, you know, maybe because it made you happy or maybe because it was anxiety. Like let's have LP not feel so alone, because that was 1000% me. I was like reading for everybody else, you know. Oh my gosh, it's 124 there where you were at. Okay. Yes. See? Yes. Exactly. Oh my gosh, Karen. Toxic empathy and toxic positivity. Yes. I created boundaries. Yes. Because you're going to get burnt out and then you're going to lose that part of yourself. Ooh, I love this. Moonstruck. So that's another card for you, LP, the Moonstruck, because I feel like you are struck by the moon because you just stop and like stare at it and things like that. That's what I do. Oh my gosh, 126? Yes. So you, girlfriend, I know it's like 126 where you're at. Also, because I work a lot with Australians, you know, like the Afterlight podcast, the people I did the dream course with, like they're all in Australia too. But you got to be around your peoples. You got to be around, you know, us, you know, so that you don't feel totally out of bounds and things like that. So stick with us. Snap out of it reminds me of Moonstruck. Oh, see, with Cher. Yes, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Yes. Good morning. Yes. I'm in the process of finding myself at the losing and worrying about everybody but myself. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Tina. Yep, Moni. Yes. I'm not sure if this is for you, Tina, or if it's for Mary, but maybe it's for both of you because I felt guided to both of you. So it's Hyena, and it's like Dare to be Different, and it's Archangel Jophiel. Okay, this is the second time that this card came up. Where is the box? Okay, I want to read the box because sometimes if it keeps on coming up, I'll be guided. I'll be like, okay, I need to. One moment, please. I wish we had like Jeopardy music. Okay, here we go. So definitely probably for Tina and also like Marilee's Fiona. Okay, I totally butchered that, but hopefully you know you're on Instagram. Okay, I'm not going to read about hyenas. We don't need to learn about hyenas. Okay, so it says, this reminds you to accept your own special qualities. We're all different, and you're being called on to rejoice in your uniqueness. Be ready to bring about change in the dynamics of your family, community, or in a work situation. And so basically, we were just talking about like how we're really sensitive. We have toxic positivity, toxic empathy. We have to embrace that. That is parts of ourselves. I used to be so embarrassed that I would be crying all the time. I'm a freaking crybaby. Like I wanted to be those people who never cry. Well, guess what? I'm a freaking crier. Okay, I'm extremely emotional, and that's part of who I am. So same thing with whoever resonates with this card, but especially Marley, that's it, Marley and Tina. Okay, so it says, decide what is for your highest good, knowing that when something is right for you, the universe ensures it is in everyone else's best interests too. Keep yourself in equilibrium. Balance any reticence with a tendency to be forthright. Then listen to your inner guidance and act on it. Remember that self-discipline is a basis for ascension and mastery. Be yourself at all times. When you dare when you dare to be all you truly can be, people will admire and respect you. This card is about coming back to yourself and doing the things that you truly want to do with not really caring what other people think. And I know it sucks because sometimes we have spouses and we have everything else that we have to like listen to, but it's like we have to make sure that when we cross over to the other side that we're not regretting what we need to do. And I have like a perfect freaking example. Mine and my husband's dreams are completely freaking different. And I am being called more on to live out my dreams, to what I want to do, which involves traveling. I don't even know if I like traveling. I feel like I haven't even traveled that much. I want to see different places. I feel like the earth is way too small. My husband freaking hates traveling. He does not want to travel, and he doesn't want me traveling by myself all the time. But I'm like, well, suck it up, buttercup, because guess what? That's what's going to happen. Because it's like, even though I love you and things like that, and you don't have to travel with me, but I'm going to start having to live out my dream. And the same thing goes with you too. And you can come to that basis of the understanding if that person loves you enough, they will respect your choices and respect that you have to do what you have to do. So whatever that is, and that could be even spending money on something that they're not agreeing with. It could be making changes that they don't agree with, but it's almost like having to stand up for yourself and being like, hey, I matter too, and this voice or whatever won't stop nagging me, and I have to keep doing it. So there's something there with that. And also I'm really feeling guided. It's so funny because I'm feeling guided to astrology on this one too. But I'm feeling more drawn to the constellations and like the zodiac. There's something there. I don't know what it is. I'm not into astrology. I'm kind of like, I don't want to say anti-astrology, but like my husband keeps on wanting me to do astrology, and I'm like, dude, that's like a whole nother freaking language. I can't do astrology. It's crazy. I need more coffee. Yes, I do too. Okay, me and mine constantly talk about traveling, but never had the means. But that's changing. Yes, you make those freaking changes. You do it. Like I'm probably going to go, take my son. We're supposed to plan the trip today to go to Atlanta, to the Atlanta Museum, Atlanta Aquarium. Because look at that, you can fly for $48 round trip. That's not bad. But it doesn't mean you even have to fly. You can like go on a freaking trip up north if you're in Michigan. Oh my gosh, and that's finally a place where she could travel, and I'm loving it. Yes, it's just that I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I like new adventures and new things all of the time. And I don't like being bored. I get bored very easily. And so I've been walking, doing 75 hard in my neighborhood, and I'm like about to freaking go crazy because I'm just like walking the same path. Okay, yes. Oh my gosh, Karen, yes. Karen, okay, hyena. So Karen, that one's coming up for you too. What deck did you order? Ooh, and goat. Act from your innate wisdom. Archangel, Purlimiek, Problek and Pan, God of nature. So this is definitely talking that you have a connection with nature, which is amazing. So definitely making sure that you're getting out there, doing what you got to do. But this is also talking about that you are, I'm not sure if it's with work or what, but they're just saying something along the lines of that you have a lot of like knowledge and things like that, and you have a lot of that confidence, and it's almost like they want you to take that confidence and put it in other areas of your life, okay? It's almost like I was trained with my mediumship too, that it's like if you don't have confidence like in your spiritual abilities, then borrow confidence with something else that you really like to do. And I really feel like I wasn't good at anything, but they're telling me to tell you this and to really like honor yourself, and they're like showing me like a leveling up kind of thing, but not in the traditional sense, almost like in your mind, leveling yourself up, almost like knowing that you deserve more, those kinds of things. I also feel like a vacation too. I feel like a vacation's coming up, or you need to be going on this vacation. So definitely if that is something that's on your radar, you were thinking about, I feel like it's divine and guided and you should do it. And for some reason, those archangels, Purlimiek and Pan, I feel like you need to look into them because I feel like you're going to feel a connection with them. And let me see. Oh my God, Alfonso, how you doing? Okay, so let me know what you think of that. Okay. Okay, oh my gosh, one second. Carrie says, I'm doing my first real reading for someone today that isn't a friend or family towards completing my second helping certification. That's a food healing oracle deck. I get so nervous. Does that ever go away? Trying to be open and trust the process. Girlfriend, it does go away, but it takes a long time. It depends on how bad you are. Like, so I feel if you are somebody that has had, low self-esteem, low self-worth, always living for other people for so long, it takes you longer to get confident, especially with doing readings and in your abilities. Because I feel like if you're on a scale of 1 to 10 of having, 1 being the least amount of self-esteem and worthiness, I feel like I was a negative, okay? So I had to keep on working up. So EFT tapping, That helped me out a lot, you know, to settle my nerves. And then there would be times where I stayed awake at night wondering like, oh my God, did they like this reading? Did they not? And I would just be like going over in my head. But what you're doing then, and you know what you're doing, is you're making it about you. You're like, oh my gosh, am I good enough? Am I this? Am I that? When you have to be like, hey, at least maybe I can help them. At least maybe some things can help them make better decisions, make it easier for them, and you start just doing that. But no, with practice. And I told this number, and it is true. It probably took me 1,000 readings. It took me 1,000 readings. This is mediumship. This is psychic readings. These are healings. These are for email readings, chat readings I've done, and phone readings, and Zoom readings, and in-person readings. It took me 1,000 to finally get to that spot where I'm like, okay. I used to want to like, you know, get hurt so I wouldn't have to do readings and stuff like that. It was so funny, but now I'm not that way. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know where she posted that. Oh, okay. Kimberly. Sorry, not Kimberly. Carrie. Can you Kimberly wants to know more. Can you tag her or something? I just impatient. I want to be as amazing as the mentors and teachers I'm experiencing. Girlfriend, me too. Okay. Yes. Oh, Tammy. Oh, I love Tammy. Tammy was part of my circle in Virginia, and she is anxious this morning, preparing for a wine testing party. I'm so glad you talked about the tapping. I needed that. Yes, tapping is so good. And then everybody just send really, really good Judith. I just said Judith, and you wrote Judith. So just so much good energy towards Tammy and Carrie today. Just sending them good vibes. Okay, you'll message her. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna do pick a card now. So I wanted to be a stewardess when I was a kid. Oh my God, I can't believe you freaking said that, Tina. The reason being is because I'm reading a book called 2 Weeks Notice. Yes, and they were just talking about someone wanting to be a flight attendant. Just think it's funny, girlfriend. That is, I know flight attendants, and I never thought I would because I thought like flight attendants were like way better than me. You know, I thought flight attendants were like, whoo. I don't know, girlfriend. Maybe you should look into it. Just saying. You know, I know my friend too. She has like a home life and everything else. It's just that sometimes she gets called away. She's on like standby a lot, you know, just in case like they need somebody. Just thinking. Okay. Um. Ooh, Michelle is like, why did you pause for me? I really wanted to hear this. My biggest fear is trying to read and you get paused. Spirit is not funny. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. Okay, and you get to see Judith. Okay, tell Judith I said hi. Send her so much of my love. Judith was my mentor. Okay, so I'm going to answer Michelle's question again, but tune in to A, B, or C. So if you're just now joining, going ahead and be like, okay, God, lead me towards the one that's for me. Spirit, if you want to call him that. I call it Gus, G-U-S, God, Universe, Spirit. Being like, hey, Gus, Tom, whatever you want to call him. Being like, guide me towards the message that I need here today. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. C, B, A. It's really funny. For me, the energy goes like high with A, and then goes down to B, and then to C. And then, when you have picked yours, you can go ahead and click the like button on this, and then I'll know. Okay, so Michelle, biggest fear, like obviously you can go back and see the replay if it works and that kind of thing, but it's like practice makes perfect, and then going ahead and making sure you're making it about them and not about you, and also understanding too that you are not perfect. Okay, so you might get something wrong, you might say something that's not right. I have a podcast episode just all about that, why psychics are wrong, why sometimes they're not perfect, but just understand that you are human and it's all about your intention. So if your intention is all about doing good for that person and stuff like that, going ahead and trusting in that. Also, for my readings, I set the intention that anything that comes to me whatsoever before, that I know that that is a message for them. If they cannot take it, I'm sorry if you can't take it. That means it might make sense later on. It might make sense years from now. It might make sense later on in the reading. I can't even tell you how many times that I cannot let something go and people are like, Heather, makes no sense. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I got to keep on going. And then maybe years later they come to me. A really great example of this was with John Edward. John Edward, who is a famous psychic medium, if you don't know him, he went ahead and he was doing a reading from someone, and they were like, he was like, yeah, your dad played golf. And like, my dad never played golf. Dad was passed away. And they were like, nope, dad never played golf. Dad never played golf. And he's like, man, dad really is playing a lot of golf over here. And so near the end of the reading, she's like, well, I guess that my dad just took up golf in the afterlife because he never played golf here. She was like, but I really want to know the number that is associated with me and him. And I hate those things when you have like secret codes and stuff like that because it's really difficult to get. And that's a whole nother story on that. And so then he was like, wait a second, what is that number when they go to swing, in golf? And they were like, 4. And he's like, 4, is that your number? And she's like, yes, 4 is the number. So sometimes it could be interpreted differently. It can be interpreted too much. It can be interpreted not enough. So that's the thing. You have to just trust that it comes to you. I've had people look at me like I've had freaking 3 horns with some of the stuff that I'm saying, and then it makes sense later on. Sometimes it might not make sense, and I say just take it with you, and maybe it'll make sense. So, okay, A, B, and C. Yeah, mine is like A, B, and C. Okay, Cheryl, yeah, pick A, B, or C. Go, which one? Okay, here we go. Hola, Heather. Card A. Ooh, I love this. Swan. Demonstrate grace and majesty. And this is that Archangel Bhokpi. For some reason, I feel guided to use the book on this one. But this is also talking about, just to let you know, I'm going to want to use the book, but they're talking about you turning into a swan, almost like the ugly duckling kind of thing. It's like you're transforming right now, and it's like you might still feel like you're an ugly duckling. You still might feel like you are, what you were, but it's like, no, you've made tons of progress, and you're becoming that swan. It's like you're a phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? And it says that this is a card for you to believe in yourself and know that you are special and beautiful, and to trust your inner knowledge and be confident. Act with calm, peace, and grace at all times. Even though your thoughts may be working overtime, maintain a relaxed and sincere exterior, and this will bring you equilibrium. Be charming and pleasant at the same time. Expect people to honor you and treat you with respect. If anyone oversteps the mark with you, make it perfectly clear that this is unacceptable, and you are prepared to take action if necessary. You will act as an energetic pool for peace, and this will soothe and calm everyone around you. Your pure light will then facilitate good relationships, better decisions, as you are acting from truth and power. This is really talking about you coming into your own. Again, seems like it's being like a freaking theme in this, but if you chose A, it's all about concentrating on you, what you do want, putting your actions towards what you want. If there's any kind of issue that you are dealing with, when it comes to like jobs, money, relationship, okay? First thing you got to do is you got to freaking journal it out. Like if you could have your cake and eat it too, if money was no option, like what would you truly be doing? And then also knowing that right now is a time for you to go through these changes. And it's like if you don't make these changes now, then you might regret them later on. And it's like stop pigeonholing yourself. Stop thinking that you don't have any of these choices. I'm like rearranging my basement after living here for 10 years. And it's like, oh my God, how come I didn't do this before? Like I'm going to enjoy it and love it so much better. There are doors and windows that you can open to where you can have your cake and eat it too. But you have to figure out what the cake it is you want, okay? What kind of cake do you want? What kind of life do you want? It's almost like that scene from The Notebook. What do you want? What do you want? All right, so that is the thing. The other thing too is that there's a lot of communication with other people that needs to come across sweeter and more like nicer, okay? So we really need to make sure that we're coming from a place of love as opposed to a place from fear from other people. And the same thing if we want movement. If you want change to happen, if you want a new job to happen, if you want, changes in relationship to happen, then you need to come from a place of love as opposed to fear, because you're going to get things further that way. Also, a need to trust the divine process, okay? Yes, it's really, really big. And for some reason that Grace is coming up too. But do we have someone here with the Grace on the other side, or with the name Grace? I think I had someone. Yeah, strong A. What solidified my decision was a pic of my dad who passed, and the pic says my dad. It was the A in it for me. Oh my gosh, yes. And I feel like your dad is really saying, Shannon, like this is a time for you to live for yourself, for you to be like, okay, what do I truly want? Do you truly want a relationship that's like this? Or do you need to modify it? Do you need to rearrange some things in your life? We think that we have no choices, but what this thing is saying is that we have more choices than we actually think that we do. Okay, I don't know why, but I feel like they're like doing this. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Okay, I have a Bailey Grace. Yeah, so Bailey Grace going ahead, making sure, like whatever mom, like, whatever her parents are, going ahead, okay, do I need to like chill with them? Do I need to reflect on them? Like Parker Grace is your daughter. Anytime that I'm drawn to my son, I think about what my son represents to me, besides being my flesh and blood and all that stuff. But he represents like believing in myself, because he's teaching me that. So it's like, what is Bailey Grace and what is Parker Grace teaching you? So my son is teaching me to believe in myself. My son is teaching me to, be scared and do it anyways, to overcome fears. Like he was brought into my life to help catapult me in other areas. yes. Like I remember like he would help me out with psychic fairs. Tara, I think that you met Mason a few times, or if he came to my book launches and stuff like that, he was always helping me. And so anytime that I would get scared, he'd be like, well, anytime that I get scared and think I can't do anything, and this is like him at like 12 and 13 years old, he was like, I just remember I can do anything I set my mind to, and I just do it. And I'm like, oh my God. So keep that. My dad is definitely doing that. Yes. Okay, so for me, there was a lot of energy and I was going down. B, spread heart healing with joy. Oh my gosh. And that's at Archangel Premelech again. Spread heart healing with joy. For some reason, I'm feeling a lot of honey. I'm not sure why I'm feeling honey. Oh, maybe it's because me and my husband, I call him Honey, and it's our wedding anniversary on Wednesday. 11 years. 11 years. Okay, so 1 second. 1 second, I want to see what it says. The B card reminds you to do everything with joy. When you serve others and the planet with your open heart, an alchemy of change takes place both in the giver and the receiver. You become one with the spread oneness throughout the universe. Solidarity and togetherness grow in the conscious of the world. So let your actions be purposeful and allow the higher purpose to work through you and guide you. Then your life flows and the highest good always unfolds for you. The bees also guide you to remember the power and the light conferred by the use of sacred geometry. Use its principles in your home and workplace, and the angels will sing over you, bringing light and peace. And here's a funny thing too, is anytime that I see sacred geometry, I always think of Archangel Metatron, who is always about prioritizing, organizing, helping you like reach your goals and stuff like that. And I am so unorganized, it's not even funny. If you could see how messy my freaking office is behind me, you'd be like, Heather, do you want me to come over and help you? And I would be like, no, because I'm too lazy to right now. And I love my office. It's my favorite place to be. So anyways, so yeah, this is all talking about aligning your goals with your action, going ahead and almost like making your own honey. All right, this is definitely, whoever chose card B too, there's a lot of like entrepreneurial spirit within you, okay? With either being your own boss or creating your own things, right? I feel like there's a lot of things there where it's like you can really do things on your own. I'm also being guided to like the month of June. So if you have any kind of like opportunities and things like that in the month of June or any kind of connection, definitely bring that forward. I feel too like definitely like a need to like either go on like either like a retreats or doing something really fun. Also, if you did card B too, I really feel like the Coffee and Cards Club is for you. And that's not like a sales pitch or anything else like that, but I really feel like you need to look into that. And also definitely paying attention to the signs that are around you if you're a card B, because I feel like it's a very spiritual card, and I feel like spirit is like really like talking and communicating with you. So what I do anytime that I see repeating numbers, repeating signs, it doesn't even matter. I go ahead and I ask spirit, number one, who the hell is sending me these repeating numbers? Number two, I'm going to be like, okay, what do you want me to know? And then I'm going to look at any kind of signs that I get, because all of a sudden I might get an invitation to do something, to go on a retreat, or somebody might reach out to me, and it's like almost like trusting that gut instinct that when you feel it, like you will know that that's what it's meant to be. I also feel like a closeness in relationship and like a nurturing relationship. You chose B, so it's like I feel going ahead and making sure that when I say, hey, a nurturing a relationship, and something comes to your mind, that is what they're talking about, like a nurturing of that relationship, okay? I also feel like it's going to be helping out with your sacral and your solar plexus chakra, getting yourself a little bit more healthier in those areas. Those areas might be a little bit not spinning correctly, lower than your stomach, like lower than your belly button and stuff. And that could be because losing yourself to other people, being hurt or cheated on in relationships and things like that. So that's like a big card. There's a lot of freaking energy there. So, oh my gosh, I love it. Kimberly is like, the Coffee and Cards Club is amazing. It really is. It is so awesome, you guys. I love it. And then we have our first circle, March 6th. Alfonso, it is the Archangel Animal Oracle card deck by Diana Cooper. My husband pulled a spirit card on the food healing deck this morning, and he chose B. Oh my God. And then, look at this, B and B. This is card B and B. So if you're working on your intuition, maybe that's another reason why that you felt it. I never invest any type of online community, even if it's $10, but I invested in the Coffee and Cards community. I'm so glad I did. Yes, Kimberly, that was like a big step for you. And you can join now for just $7. So it's like, hey, try it out. See if you love it. Nurturing a relationship with myself and spirit and building my confidence. Yes. I chose card B, and holy moly, that's spot on. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, hi, Geisha girl. Oh, I love Drama Bomb. That is awesome. That's a good name. Coffee and Cards Club is so much fun. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, remember I said there's a lot of energy and the energy ended in this one? It's probably because it has to do with patience, and I'm not very patient. So, which this is camel. Be forbearing and patient, and it's Archangel Jophiel. I want to see what it says because we've been doing that for everybody. One second. Okay, here we go. It says, you are blessed to receive this card of wisdom. It suggests that you hold golden wisdom in your divine blueprint and that in your life plan, you have contracted to share this with humanity. This path calls to your practice patience, forbearance, and humility. You may feel ahead of your time. Many will sense the light you carry and will react to it in different ways. So you need to stay in balance, whatever is happening around you. If you do not fully recognize who you are, your guidance is to sit quietly. Place a golden sparkling light around yourself and call upon Archangel Jophiel, the angel of wisdom, to help you attune to your true self. Then expect the deep knowing held in your soul to start coming forward. Yes, if you have lost yourself, if you don't know exactly who you are, you need to do that. Literally just sit quietly. I don't care if it's in the bathroom, on the floor. I don't care if it's on the toilet, okay? Going ahead and placing that golden sparkling light around you and calling upon this angel and going with whatever comes to you. You can also do this by journaling, okay? This is really talking about your life purpose. Going ahead and making sure that you are living it. That if you go ahead and you pass away tomorrow, what are you going to regret not doing today, all right? So what is truly calling you? Maybe it'd be just even starting off on the journey, like, okay, what is my life purpose? And if that is the case, then going ahead and taking those steps. It doesn't mean you absolutely have to take the step like this is my life purpose. But no, what do you get drawn toward? What are you passionate about? What keeps on coming up for you? These are little breadcrumbs that's going to lead you to different parts of yourself. We don't have just one life purpose, okay? And if I did have to choose one life purpose, it would be just to learn more about ourselves. That's our freaking life purpose. People always ask me, like, Heather, how did you know what you wanted to do? I never knew. And I still don't. I'm still on this journey. But I go ahead and I keep on taking the breadcrumbs. I keep on taking these little steps no matter what it is. And I've learned about a lot of things. And so the thing is that I learned about theta healing, Akashic records, right? I've learned about numerology. I learned about all this. Am I a numerologist? Am I a Akashic records reader? No, I'm not any of that. But the thing is, I'm able to get more in reading sometimes because I have so much knowledge. I have so much knowledge of all the books I read, all the podcasts that I've listened to, all of the freaking classes and courses that I've taken, and then all of the experiences that I've had. And so the same thing is that's going on with you. I feel like if you chose card C, this is like almost like a wake up call a little bit. And I feel like they're really wanting you to start taking these steps. Like it's a time to start figuring out what your life purpose is, like what you want to be doing. I'm also saying the number 8 too. So I'm not sure that's 8. Like the month of August, 8th of the month, or it's like that infinity kind of like symbol kind of thing. So that is really, really big. And I feel like there's like a theme here with all 3 of these cards. So I feel like no matter like which one that you chose, it just seems like, okay, we need to step up our game. And it kind of makes sense too, because if you hear about the 5D thing going on, the shift that's happening in the world, and like me, even I'm feeling called to like step up in bigger ways, create the coffee and cards community and things like that, because like there's like a shift that's happening, and it's like I'm being guided to wake you up, and then you're going to wake up other people, and then it's like the more the joy that we bring, the more that we are happy with our lives, the higher the vibration we are, then the higher the collective consciousness of Earth is. I know it sounds so crazy. And I know it sounds kind of weird too, but I also feel like card C, you got to be drinking your water. You got to be taking care of your body, okay? I feel like there's some dehydration going on, also some inflammation. I also feel like you don't have to be so scared with any kind of health issues that are coming up, but I do feel like that you need to take better care of yourself if you're in card C. So maybe you fell off the bandwagon, you need to get back on the bandwagon, but you don't have to worry so much. But going ahead, eating a little bit cleaner is also going to help you be a little more clear for, vessel for spirit. Okay. Oh, sorry. Spammer. There we go. Nothing is like, hello, this is for you. Sorry, your sun is 8-7. Perfect. Okay. So let me see. Sorry, there's just that spammer. Oh, wait. Oh, your birthday is 8-8. Oh my gosh, Tara, 1000% for you. Yes. Carrie, the best thing we can all do is keep working on ourselves and build each other up. Bam. This is the best, safest place I found to expand. Oh my gosh, Carrie, I love you. I love the Coffee and Cards Club. I feel like it's going to help us grow. Yes. And Archangel Jophiel is this one. So I think, Melissa, you're asking about it. Yes. Kimberly says, I completely agree. I just said the other day that that the coffee and cards chat, now I finally feel as though I found a safe place, a place where I can truly be myself. Have a safe place to be able to grow and be supported. It's so important, something I'm not used to having. So it is taking a bit to get used to. Yes, but it also has helped me to realize I am worthy of so much more and I deserve to love myself. Yes. And the thing is, the more that you are you, then the more it's going to like help out other people. Does that make sense? Like the more that you're going to be a better mom, you're going to be a better wife, whatever it is. So, oh my gosh. I know, I really love it too. Yes. Okay. So, I think that is it. Let me see. What in the world? Sorry, I'm trying to, if just in case, like you guys know me, I'm not like I'm just so excited about the club and we have some really cool things coming up and everything else. So, if you're not in it, I want you to consider it. So I'm gonna put it it's the just go just reach out to me. It's priceless. We're so much more than $27. Yeah, because after the $7 it's 27, but then you get the office hours, which is every other week with me and the peoples, and we had such a great time. We have our own little live room, which I'm calling a tree fort, so you don't have to worry about Zoom. It's all right there. Classes, free classes, and what else? Resources. It has everything. I don't even know. There's so much. I just love it. And then who knows what else is going to happen with it, because I just didn't want to overwhelm everybody because I have like some really cool things that's planned. So yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am not going to reach out to you guys after this. I'm not going to ask you to message me and things like that. I'm going to go hang out with my son. So I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you absorb these messages. I hope to see you in the Coffee and Cards Club. And then reach out to me if you want that numerology PDF or if you want the Overcoming the Spiritual Fears replay. That's totally free. And so much love to you guys. I will see you guys next Sunday, if not before.